Hello everybody, my name is Madeline McAuley and I am a business management major here at Georgia State. And for this activity I chose to do option number 2 about pivot tables. And I chose to do this one because this actually comes quite in handy at my job. I work as a front desk agent at a hotel and we use things like pivot tables to organize our information quite a lot to present facts to fellow coworkers and even managers. So let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and start off by clicking on the Airbnb worksheet, and this worksheet is going to let us organize everything and get started with the pivot table. So we are going to start by scrolling up and we're going to hit the tab for insert, and this is really great because pivot table is actually right there on the top corner. So we're going to go ahead and hit insert pivot table. Now we're going to let this screen pop up, and it's just basically saying that our pivot table is going to have this information from this sheet on it, and we're going to go ahead and open it up into a new worksheet. So we're just going to hit OK and go ahead and do that. Now, according to our instructions, there's a few things we need to do, with the first being organizing our pivot table, and we are going to go ahead and grab room type, and we're going to drag this down to the column section. So this is pretty convenient. You have everything organized on the right and it's pretty easy to find. And next we're going to go ahead and grab our neighborhood, and we're going to put that in rows to go ahead and organize our table that way. And it also wants us to go ahead and grab the option price and put that in our value section, and that'll be the final completing factor for our chart to go ahead and get everything organized. And then it also instructs us to make sure that our numbers are ending in 2 decimal places. So we're going to go ahead and hit the drop down arrow next to sum of price, and this is going to bring up our value field settings. And we're able to hit average and the number and make sure that it's in 2 decimal places as instructed. So now you can see our chart is all set up. Now our next task is to create a filter. So we just grabbed reviews per month and dragged that down to our filter box, and this opened up this section right here in column A1 that you see, reviews per month. So I just hit on the drop down arrow, and now I'm just going through and selecting the ones that we want. So we were told to get the ones above 10. So we're told to select all values greater than 10. So I'm just going to go ahead and deselect all of the values and go check 10.4 and those above. So we're not going to select 10 because it said select all the values above 10. So I'm going to go ahead and select all these, and then I'm going to hit OK, and this is going to provide our filter. So just hitting OK here, and now you can see that it is organized between, now we only have 4 different areas, and these are the ones that were all above 10 reviews per month. So now our next task is to go ahead and create a chart. So let's go ahead and get into that. So in order to create our chart, we're just going to scroll to the top, and they have this pretty organized and easy to access as well. And it wanted us to make a cluster bar chart. So we're just going to go hit on that 2D clustered bar chart, and it's going to make a chart of that information we have on this sheet. So as you can see, we have a bar graph, and right now it's a little bit clustered, so I'm just going to go in and drag it out to make it a little more easier and a little more appealing to the eye. You can see when you drag it a little bit too far, the numbers on the bottom crunch up together. But if you get it at the right length, it kind of makes it a little bit more easier to understand with the increments of 50 down there. So now we have this really nice, appealing to the eye chart that just shows the amounts for our private rooms, and it's colored in orange as opposed to our entire home, which is